believe that it's going to be a transformative season. I know one of the interesting things is that this happened to be my birth month too. So, so and yeah, so the next edition is happening on my birthday. So I'm super excited. So on the Monday, and it's going to be on my birthday. So I believe we can all hear me. And you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, so whenever, wherever you're going to be watching this from, um, you will never regretting investing the next few minutes of your time. I mean, that's one thing I can guarantee you. Okay, and it's going to be a series, right? However, we're going to be starting tonight's session on a very interesting note, right? And I'll be talking for the next 20 to 15 minutes, and I'm going to be taking questions also in case anybody has any question. I'm going to be as basic as possible. I'm going to start as if we are all novice, as if you have never even had the word real estate before. That is the dimension I want to be going tonight. Okay, and in case you miss anything or you did not join us as early as possible, I think this session are being recorded, and you can always go back to it over and over again. So in the course of over a decade plus now that I've been doing real estate, going to 2 decades now actively, one of the things I've realized and I've come to recognize is the fact that real estate is one of somebody said real estate is the real investment. Real estate is the real investment. In fact, somebody said that real estate is life itself. Everything that we do, we live, we breathe, real estate. And real estate, like I said, is one of the business, is one of the tool, if not the only tool, that can help you to create and retain wealth. Real estate, if not the only tool that can help you to create and retain wealth. So in this Monday series, what we're going to be focusing on is very simple. What we are focusing on is the ability to make money. Ability to make money. It's no longer news. I saw a post. Somebody said urgent 2K used to be, what used to be urgent 2K is now urgent 20K. What used to be urgent 2K is now urgent 20K, because 4 or 5 years ago, what 2K can buy is not the same thing as what 2K can buy right now, right? So everybody, whether you are watching me right now, whether you have your 9 to 5 or you even have a 5 to 9 that you are doing, you have both 9 to 5 or 9 to 5 that you are doing. See, you need to add real estate to it. You need to add real estate to it. You don't want to joke with real estate in any way, any form, any means at all, right? Is one thing that I believe strongly is going to change the dynamics of your life totally. So welcome to this journey of making money on the Mondays. Imagine Monday we are talking about money. Okay, so before we go further at all, I just want to quickly break down something. I want us to understand the industry that we play in, that you are about to play, whether you are already playing in the real estate industry. And for me, it's one industry that I've played as a realtor. I've played as a realtor. I've played as a consumer of real estate, as a realtor, all manner of sector, as a developer, as a broker, as everything when it comes to real estate. I've played in almost all the available sector in real estate. I think the only thing I've not done is that I've not done regulation, but in a way too, I've done some measure of regulation within our project, right? So you understand what I'm saying a little bit more right now. So why real estate? That's where I want to really understand. I want to start from why real estate. Why not CBEX, for instance? I hope I did not touch some people's wound, right? Why not stock, for instance? Earlier today I was doing some few research about stock, right? So why real estate? Why not stock? Why not other forms of investment, other things that you can put money into that can help you to build wealth, that can help you to retain wealth. Why must it be real estate? Is a question that I want you to that I want to answer tonight, right? Real estate is the only sector and industry that technology can only enhance the way we live, but not how we live. I'll repeat that. It is the only untouched sector by technology. It can only enhance the way we live, not how we live. So what do I mean, right? Technology has disrupted a lot of things. It has disrupted businesses. Most people now, when you want to start business, the first thing is that you need an office. No, right now you need to probably, you don't even need to register the company. You don't just need a phone with camera and stand in front of the camera and probably be dancing with your product on TikTok. Before you know it, you start getting customers. It's a disruption, right? But how we live from the beginning has not changed. How do we live? We need a roof over our head. The evolution of shelter is that the primitive man, just need a roof over his head. So it has not changed. It can never change. It is how we live, and that is how we will forever live. Until maybe we now turn to liquid form, or I don't know. I mean, I can't really picture it. The technology that will make us to start living on the internet has not been made. All right, we can only engage with the online presence, but the technology that will make us to live on the internet has not been made, right? So I will repeat that again. Real estate has only enhanced the way we live. It has not totally changed how we live. How has it? Our technology has enhanced how we live. It has enhanced how we live. It has enhanced how we live by smart homes, building technology, different things that has come to play. So it has helped enhance our living, how we live, but it has not in any way changed the format. And believe me, it will not change the format. Let me just tell you that for free. It will not change the format. The format is not about to change anytime soon. The format is not about to change anytime soon. And let me tell you the reason why the format is about to change anytime soon. And I'm going to, tonight is foundation. So for anybody that is going to be enjoying what we are going to be doing tonight, don't miss any of these Mondays, right? Tonight is foundation, and we don't want this session to be more than maybe 30 minutes, 30 minutes at all. Okay, so let me give you the reason why things can't change and will never change. Like I said, from the evolution of man, from the beginning of man, from the creation of man, man needs a place to stay, to live, to lay his head, to abode. Why? Because we need to stay away from sunlight, we need to stay away from weather, we need to stay in a place where we can be secure. These are reasons why we need shelters, right? These are the reasons why we need shelter. Every other thing that has to do with shelter is luxury. We just need a place, a safe place that will save us from dangers and cover us from weather. Those are basic things why we need shelter. Right. Now that we have looked at that, the population of the world, for those that believe Adam and Eve, right, or you believe evolution, anyone that you believe, there was a time that human beings were at a particular state that were no more than maybe 1,000 people or 1 million people in the world. The demand for real estate was there. The volume of land was static. The demand for real estate was there. But today, in the world that we live in, currently now we have about 8 billion people living on this earth. 8 billion people living on the earth. 75% of the earth's surface, the 75% of the earth's surface is covered by water. 75% of the earth's surface is covered by water. 8 billion people are trying as much as possible to fit into 29%. Let me now bust your bubble. Even that 29%, only 12% is habitable. The rest are either desert, that is, it's not habitable for human being, but they are land, or they are ice, covered by ice. So only 12% is what 8 billion people. The same 12% of land is when we were 1 million in population. In fact, do you know that as at 1950, the world population was less than 4 billion? But today, we have doubled that, right? So let's now come back to simple economics, what we call demand and supply, right? The law of demand and supply is very, very simple. The higher the demand, what is making the demand to be high? Population. 1, population. 2, scarcity. There is no technology that will make us to create more land. No technology. No technology is available to create more land. The technology is not in existence yet. The technology is not in existence yet. So, okay? So, the demand keep increasing. Population of the world keep increasing. That they said that very soon we'll hit 9 billion. But the same 12% of Earth is where we all need to live. And we don't just all need to live. That's where animals is. Do you know that animals are competing that 12% with us? Animals are competing that same 12% with us. Right? Desertification is competing that same 12% with us. Global warming is competing that same 12% with us. Because the ocean level is rising, whether we accept it or not. There is competing that same 12% with us. Right? Agriculture, what the same man, what 8 billion people we eat. We need land to plant it. So the demand is high. The demand is high. And you might be wondering, so all these statistics and jargon, where do I come in? Where do I come in as I am right now? Because you are saying I should come and make money. All you are just throwing at me is statistics. You know that statistics are going to chop. No, I know, certainly you are not going to be eating statistics. But when there's demand and supply issue, there's always going to be a distribution. Somebody needs to distribute the limited supply. Land is a scarce resource. Land is a limited resources, right? So we need someone to distribute it, right? We need people to distribute it. Who are the people that are going to be distributed? These are the people that are called realtors, brokers, right? Now that you have understand that there is enough market, there is enough population, right? So when I was growing up, let me quickly digress a little bit to drive home this point. Let me share a story with us. When I was growing up in the early 90s, I mean, during vacation, my father built a house somewhere around Yanopaja in Lagos, Nigeria, depending on, I mean, if you know Lagos, you know Yanopaja. But it's possible that some people don't know Lagos, right? So, he built the house in the 70s. And when I was growing up, during holidays, Songo, I mean, the same Songo right now, that is about 10 to 15 minutes drive from Yanopaja, is where we go on to farm. As in, we literally go to Songo to farm on holidays. So during holidays, instead of people going to summer camp, we go to summer farm to go and farm. But look at Songo now. I don't think you can get up to 1 acre of land that is virgin land in Songo. I don't think so. I don't think so. Look at that. I mean, I'm just sharing something of 30, maybe 35 years, 30 years, 35 years ago. Look at the transformation. Look at the transformation. But now, not only that people are still living in Songo now is a city center. As far as Aton, people are living in Aton. Not only that, people are even. I was at Iwekoro on some couple of days ago, and while I was driving there, I noticed a trend. I noticed that from Lagos till you get to Ewekoro, you cannot see an empty land that is still virgin on that road. I mean, I've never been conscious of that. When we're driving to that location, I noticed. When we're coming back, I was more conscious about it, even though we're having conversation in the car. I said, boy. So what that means is that people have left Songo, they've transited to Ifo. People have left Ifo, they are moving to Itori now. Very soon, people will move from Itori, they are going to Wasimi. So Lagos and Ogun State has been fully integrated. Very soon, from Lagos to Abeokuta, there will be full development. I don't know whether, for those that know that axis, you understand what I'm talking about. If you have ever applied that axis of research, despite the bad road, imagine that road being in good condition and there's a train that can take you from Oshodi to Abeokuta in 15 minutes. Imagine what will happen on that axis. I just painted a picture for you that even with the bad economy, with the bad situation, with the bad circumstances, look at what is achievable. Look at what is achievable. I don't know whether somebody is with me tonight. So what is in need for you in money moves? What is in need for you in money moves? So number one, we've looked at understanding the real estate. Number two is how do we now enter the market, because that's what is in need for you. Like I often share, there are so many ways. So many ways. I mean, if you want to go to Abuja today, now you can decide to trek to Abuja. Somebody has trekked before. The only thing is that when you get to Abuja, you might not be in the right frame of body or in the right condition. You can trek to Abuja, right? Number two is that you can ride a bicycle to Abuja. Yes, it's possible for somebody to have trekked to Abuja. Yes, you can ride a bicycle to Abuja. Number three is that you can take a motorcycle to Abuja. I was watching a video today. Somebody said they used to take scooter as a scooter. I don't know whether you know there's a bicycle called the scooter. They used to take scooter from Ogbomosho to Ilorin many years ago, right? So I've met somebody that took scooter from Ogbomosho to Lagos before. When I had this one today, I said, nah, this one is another level. Okay, and you can try to take keke. If it's keke that God has done for you, that is your own, you take it to Abuja. You will get to Abuja. Everybody will get to Abuja. Everybody will get to their destination, right? Or you can try to drive or take a bus, right? You get to Abuja. But somebody else can decide to fly. I don't need to ask the question, who will get to Abuja first? It's the person that fly. Because while you are still buying fuel or queuing for fuel or queuing at bus station, the person that wants to get to Abuja will get to Abuja. Right? Different way we enter. When I'm flying to Abuja, I will land at the airport very close to Lugbe. When you are driving to Abuja from Lagos, you enter through Gwagwalada. If somebody is driving from the north, anywhere in the north, is either going to enter through Kubwa or Suleja to Abuja. Everybody entered Abuja. But how we entered Abuja is what is different. So everybody can go into real estate. But how you go into real estate is what is going to be different. So if you are still with me, can you just type 1 in the chat room? If you are still with me, just type 1. Okay. So now that we know that we can all go into real estate, I'm just going to be touching on a few things that you can do to enter the real estate, and I will narrow it down on your ability to make money. I'm going to just scratch the surface today, then we'll now move fully into it from next week. Okay, so you can go into real estate as a developer. Developer are the people that develop. People like me, they call us developer, right? It's one of the toughest ways to go into real estate. It's one of the most challenging ways to go to real estate. If you don't have two heads, don't go and do development. But if you have two heads, you can go and do development, right? You can go as a contractor into real estate. Probably you saw this civil engineer and all of those things. Is one of the ways you can go into real estate. So it's a very good way to make money too through that means. Another way you can go into real estate, a lot of people don't know that those that participate in agriculture is actually an offshoot of real estate. Okay, as an agri person too, you are basically into real estate, because real estate has to do with everything that has to do with land, because the definition of land is what is on it, what is above it, and what is beneath it. Okay, you can go into mining. Mining too is an offshoot of real estate. Okay, you can go into mining, you can buy land, and if God help you, there's gold on the land, you can be mining it, or there's limestone on the land, you can be breaking it and be selling it. Okay, it's one of the ways you can go into real estate. There are different ways. I can go on and on and on and on. You can go into urban regeneration, you can be selling land, you can be selling houses, you can be doing a whole lot of things. Believe me, real estate is the real deal. There is no, even cloud system, what we call the cloud system, has a storage on land. The cloud system has a storage on land. Okay, so that is very, very, very important. So let me now quickly narrow it down, because we've done 20 minutes already. So let me narrow it down in the next 5 minutes. By far, I tell people the best way you can go into real estate that does not cost you money, that does not cost you too much of resources, right? All it costs you is what is within you. Somebody say, what is within me? Everything that I need is within me. All I need to do is to come to the consciousness and the awareness that I have everything that I need to succeed. And how do you go into real estate? With that, you go into real estate as a realtor. A realtor is those that broker real estate deals. Simple. I don't want to give you any complex definition. If you need complex definition, you can ask Google or you can ask ChatGPT. Real estate is anybody that brokers a real estate deal and he earns money from the brokerage of real estate deal. In my very, very, very few years in real estate, over a decade, I've seen people make multiples of millions, billions as brokers, as in stupendous wealth as brokers. Stupendous wealth as brokers. So don't limit it, because one of the things in my note tonight is actually your mindset, but I don't think I'll be able to get there tonight, right? So don't limit what you can make. Don't limit it for no reason at all. My brother, what is inside of you? What is in this head? What you carry? You don't know it yet. You don't know the possibility that is before you at all. You have no idea. You see, your dreams, your wishes, your prayer point, some of it can be answered from real estate. All your money problem. You see, real estate is what can turn you from a debtor, and one deal from being a debtor, you become a wealthy person. Real estate turns non-entity into celebrity. Real estate turns those that have not to those that have. Real estate can change your story from grass to grace. Real estate can take you from obscurity into limelight as a realtor. Real estate can turn you from somebody that have not, somebody that they don't call in the family, to somebody that they call for advice, because they know after your advice you support them with cash. I tell people that if you want your generation, right, to hang your picture on the wall, join real estate. I'm telling you, it is not many grandfathers they had their picture on the wall. I share a story many time ago. I mean, most of the time I share this story. I said when I was growing up, my father hung the picture of my grandfather on the wall. I never knew the meaning until I joined real estate. You will know. See, one of my mentor said something. He said, if your ancestors failed you, don't fail your descendants. You can only make that statement to come to reality when you join real estate. If your ancestors, your father failed you, your grandfather failed you, your great-grandfather failed you, don't fail your descendant to let them hang your picture and say, yes, if not because of this our father, who will have known our name? There are people today that what they are earning from what their fathers and great-grandfathers has done, The generation unborn is wealthy already. The generation unborn is wealthy already. I don't know what you mean, what that means. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I'm a child of God too, so there are so many times scriptures can always enter what I teach. But let me quickly share this. He said, the fruits of your loins is blessed. I don't know whether some of us have heard or seen a scripture that looks like that before. What is loins? Means that what comes out of your womb is blessed. If you are poor, the fruit of your womb will suffer. You better solve your financial challenge now with real estate, right? Very important. And how do we really go about this? I'm not just saying this to charge you up. I'm not saying this to pump you up. It is what I have seen. It is what I have handled. It is what I have seen and handled. It is what I've witnessed people with nothing, no accommodation, was hanging his family around, joined real estate, made 1.2 million naira in 2 days, rented a house. Oh my goodness. Today, the person is a CEO of a real estate company. I don't know whether that sinks in. So I don't know what your condition is right now. Are you in debt? Are you a non-entity? Are you a vagabond? Are you borrowing? Are you have accommodation issue? Lapo is pursuing you. Credit, Swift, loan, all the loan app, they know your number. Even when you don't borrow, they call you to borrow. Come and borrow. Change your story with real estate. Start that journey right now. And maybe you have family members that are always calling you for urgent 2K. They must not miss any of these Mondays. This is an empowering Monday that has been put together. This is what? An empowering Monday that has been put together. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped up. Okay? So, join real estate. So, basically, what we do in this? You refer people and you make money. It is as simple as that. More details are going to be shared. I believe most of us are in one WhatsApp group or the other, in one community or the other. However, you got this link, more details are going to be shared, right? And in the next few Mondays that we are going to be doing this, next week and upper week, is going to be back to back, fire for fire. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it anyway at all, okay? So, next week I'm going to be dealing with mindset. But I want to give you an assignment before we leave tonight. So tonight is just a foundation. Tonight is just what? A foundation. All I've been able to do tonight. For those that are just joining, don't worry, there's a recording. I'm actually streaming on my YouTube, so don't worry, there's a recording. I'm streaming on my YouTube, there's also a recording. I'm recording with my phone, so don't worry, the replay will be available. Okay? So, I'm going to be giving you an assignment. And the assignment, I'm going to take it from this statement. It is not about the people that you know. It is about the people that knows you. Okay? So the assignment I want to give to you right now is that who are the people, 5 people, right? 5 people, each and every one of us, 5 people that we are going to invite next week, Monday. Like that next week Monday is going to be a lot of sacrifice for me because it's my birthday, but I'm going to be here with you. 5 people that you are going to be inviting to join us next week by 7 p.m. Minimum of 5 people. 5 people that you know that need to make money. That's the criteria. 5 people, you know that as you are seeing this person need to make money. Invite them next week, okay? And when you invite them, we will now go into mindset to making money and how to make the money. And that's what we're going to be doing for the next 4 Mondays that remain in the month of May. I hope I've been able to add some little value to you tonight. I hope I've been able to charge you tonight. And I hope you will go and carry out that assignment. Thank you very much, everyone.